This video shows how to use a random number between 0 and 1 in Python in the second of 3 videos on the lifelines for the Millionaire project tutorial for starters called Phone a Friend. Next we're going to look at Phone a Friend. We're just going to comment some of this out, but we're going to keep the correct answer and the wrong answer. Now, when we phone a friend in the game, we're given a guess, and the guess is either correct or not correct. So really what we need is like a percentage of saying it's correct. So let's say 80% of the time, or like if it was a low question, quite easy, we would say perhaps 80% of the time phone a friend would be correct. Okay, so we can use random. And what this does, this will give us a number between 0 and 1. Now, if we want it, let's say 75%, so if our level was less than, so it would be 0.75, would be 75%, then that would be correct. So we would say print correct, and we wouldn't actually print the word correct, but let's say our answer is, and then print correct. So that's the one what we think the answer is, and if it's not, then unfortunately when we phone a friend we're going to put our answer and then put the wrong one. So if we let's just print the level so we can see it as well. If we run this, you can see, okay, so our level is 5.7, so the answer is B. That's correct. Run it again, answer is C, because this was over the 0.75. So 75% of the time it's going to be 0 to 0.75, and 25% of the time it's going to be above. So we've got like a 3-to-1 chance. But you can see, depending on the percentage, do we get the correct answer? So you can see with this, not all of the time. Now, it really depends on the level. Now, if we wanted to change that to, say, 85%, you could still see we're getting some incorrect answers. So we don't know it's correct. But here you can see, look, out of 5 times we've run the program, 4 times we got the correct answer, 1 time we got the wrong answer. So it depends on the level. Essentially what we're saying is you can choose the level. Now what we might do is choose the level different for the difficulty of the question. So for example, if rather than let's say this is the border, so the border equals 0.85. okay, so for an easy question maybe that would be okay for questions 1 to 5, and then maybe you would change that with more difficult questions. So maybe the final questions, questions 11 to 15, would be more like nearly 50-50 if you like. And then somewhere in between there, maybe 75 questions 6 to 10. Okay, so depending on the difficulty of the question, then that will give us either the correct answer or the incorrect answer on that percentage. So here we're going for about 55%. So we've got the correct, incorrect, incorrect, correct. So you've got a slightly better chance because it's 55%. But it's up to you on what you want to do. But using random, you can give a percentage chance of giving the correct answer when you phone a friend.